In Japan, losing your job is not the end of the world. It's just a pause. An average family can live calmly for 12 months without income. Do you know how many people in Latin America can't even last 2 weeks? Today, I'll reveal how the Japanese achieve almost unbreakable financial stability without earning more money. They do it with 6 simple habits that anyone can apply, even you, starting today. Before we talk about techniques, investments, or saving, we have to understand how they think. Because in Japan, financial stability is not just a goal, it's almost a moral duty. Taking care of your money is not optional. It's a sign of respect for your family, your community, and your future. There's one word that sums it all up: Mottainai. What does it mean? Literally, what a waste. It's a philosophy that says nothing should be wasted. Not food, not time, not money. And this doesn't start at age 30 or after a crisis. From childhood, Japanese kids receive their first Kakeibo, a notebook where they write down every expense, not to control them, but to teach that every money decision matters. While in many countries success is measured by how much you can spend, in Japan, true respect is earned by how much you can save and grow quietly without showing off. Habit 6, Kakeibo, financial meditation. Now that you understand this mindset, you'll see their habits are not complicated. They're logical. And number 6 is as simple as it is powerful: writing down your expenses. In the West, we use apps, Excel, reminders, even artificial intelligence. But in Japan, one of the strongest habits is still a paper notebook. It's called Kakeibo, which means household account book. But it's more than a record of expenses. It's a form of financial meditation. By writing what you spend by hand, you don't just see the numbers. You feel the impact of each decision. This method makes you answer 4 questions each month. 1. How much money do I have this month? 2. How much do I want to save? 3. How much am I spending? 4. How can I improve next month? It may look simple, but writing activates financial awareness. Seeing an expense on an app doesn't hurt. Seeing it written by hand does. And that small pain is what changes behavior. Many Japanese say thanks to Kakeibo, they buy less on impulse and save more without effort. Because it's not just about control. It's about rebuilding a real relationship with your money. Habit 5, long-term investing. Wealth without hurry. And while Kakeibo helps you see where your money goes, the next habit shows you how to grow it without stress, without risk, and without becoming an expert. When we talk about investing, many people think of crypto, volatile stocks, or quick-rich schemes. But in Japan, the strategy is different. They don't chase luck. They chase peace of mind. They call it Shisan Un'yo, asset management. The golden rule: slow but steady, and above all, automatic. These are the 3 most common tools for average Japanese families. 1. Government bonds, safe and stable. 2. National and international index funds. 3. Tsumitate, NISA, a monthly tax-free investment program so anyone can start without being rich. What's interesting is that many don't invest just for themselves. They think of their children, their grandchildren. There's even a cultural idea, the 100-year mindset. You invest not for next month, but so your family is protected for 3 generations. Instead of trying to earn more, they make money work quietly and safely. And the best part, you don't need to be Japanese to do it. You only need to change the way you think. Habit 4, Yōbō Fund, your shield against chaos. And if you're thinking, I should have started years ago, don't worry. The next habit is perfect to start today. Building an emergency fund that gives you peace, even in the middle of a storm. What would happen if tomorrow you lost your income? An accident, an illness, a global crisis? In Japan, families already have an answer. Most build a Yōbō, an emergency fund made to survive the unexpected, without panic. And we're not talking about 1 or 2 months of savings. We're talking at least 12 months of basic expenses, separated from the rest of your money. It's not invested, it's not at risk, and it's never touched, unless life really knocks you down. This custom was born from collective trauma, rebuilding Japan after World War II. Families who made it were those who had something ready. Not promises, cash. That's why Yōbō is not a luxury. It's a mental shield, an emotional lifesaver. And building it is easier than you think. Start with 1 month, then 3, then 6, and keep going. Because knowing you can survive a year with no income is worth more than any luxury or risky investment. Habit 3, investing in housing, but smartly. But having a fund doesn't mean you stop moving forward. The next habit shows when and how to buy a home without falling into the traps many people fall into. In many countries, owning a house is the ultimate dream. But in Japan, buying a home is not always a good investment. Why? Because many properties lose value over time, almost like cars. Yes, you heard right. In Japan, a used house can be worth less than a new one. That's why buying only makes sense if it's for personal use, long-term, with a clear purpose, not to speculate, not to show off. Instead of big fancy houses with huge debts, Japanese families prefer small, efficient spaces, well located, near train stations or high mobility areas, with stable, long-term rental potential. They don't buy to impress. They buy to fit their real lifestyle. And here's the trick. Buying a home is not bad. What's bad is doing it without a strategy. Japan understood it. A house can give you stability, or it can turn into a financial prison. And that's why the next Japanese habit is crucial, avoiding consumer debt as if it were poison. But that will be in the next video, where you'll discover the final 2 habits that make the difference between living in debt or reaching financial peace that lasts for generations. You've already seen how in Japan, people live with a completely different money mindset. But what's coming is even more surprising. If you want to learn them and apply them in your life, hit the bell and subscribe now to Drakonomic, because in just a couple of days I'll reveal what can forever change the way you see money.